Welcome back to Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, having a conversation with Sara Angel. She is President and CEO of the Greater Toronto Hotel Association. Sarah, I'd like to get back to something you mentioned, the FIFA World Cup. Of course, one of the venues will be Toronto, and that must be a huge event for planning. Love to get an insider's look on how the planning is going for that. Are your members ready? What sorts of things could we expect for that spectacle?
Yeah, work is well underway. I hold a seat on a tourism FIFA committee that's run by the city of Toronto. So happy to provide input there, and we're in the early stages of getting into the details of those. But of course, the infrastructure needs that will be needed to upgrade the stadium, and preparing for the large crowds that are in the city. I think Ms. Taylor Swift helped us in that planning process.
Mm,
If we can figure out how to bring her into the city for 6 nights, we'll figure out how to get folks to and from the stadium and around the city for the 6 games coming in 2026. So I would say that the city is well underway and fairly prepared in bringing all these fans to the city. And this is an amazing opportunity to put Toronto on the international map of such a famous sporting event, and we hope that it will bring and attract more tourism to Toronto post FIFA as well. And we're also working. At this point, I'm not sure we're going to be successful, but there is a um, an application being put in for Toronto to host a another sporting event, which would be called Sail GP, which is a competitive sailing
mm.
event that would happen in early June before the FIFA games would come here. And that would be a huge tourism attraction for Toronto. So we're excited, and I'm pleased to be part of that committee that will hopefully bring that sailing event to Toronto as well.
So there are these international sporting events, and are you saying that the conference events they're starting to pick up again after that lag due to COVID?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a better look at 27 and 28. I
Mm.
think that the FIFA games are going to be fantastic and outstanding internationally for us, but that time will be slow for everything else. When you look at hotels, maybe there'll be capacity in the hotel rooms, but people are going to stay away from conventions and meetings during that time. So all
Right.
of the venues where we have hotels that have conference or catering venues, all the ballrooms, those are not going to be busy during that time. So while the hotels will be doing well, they will be missing out on some of that revenue during that time.
A lot of hotels are obviously part of hotel chains, and that's just the consolidation in the industry. But does that mean that you have to deal, with head office a lot in terms of your representation of their hotels in Toronto?
I would say that I'm thrilled to have seen that I'm here. I've been representing all of the hotel industry, whether it's whatever brand it is.
Mm,
They don't operate that way when it comes to coming together
mm.
to support the hotel community. And this has been, throughout my career doing advocacy, I've seen many industries come together, but the hotel industry does an impeccable job in that. And if we step outside from the big branding companies, a lot of the hotels are independently owned and they're small family businesses, whether they hold a big brand name or not. That's not always the case. There's multiple ownerships of the same kind of brand of hotel,
Right.
and our board of directors all come together and leave their competitive issues at the door, and we support the industry together on advocacy and all things that affect them.
So it sounds like there's a fair degree of consensus when it comes to the major issues.
There is very much a consensus. I've been so happy and pleasantly surprised to see that.
And basically, we've got about 30 seconds left. You're optimistic about the future then?
Yeah, we're very excited to celebrate our 100th anniversary at the end of May. You're welcome to join us, please, Tony. We'd love to have you,
For sure.
and just building on the century of success of the Greater Toronto Hotel Association, and bringing forward positiveness and an advocacy focus to represent the community to support tourism in the Greater Toronto area.
Well, Sara Angel, again, congratulations to the GTHA and to yourself in your relatively new role. I know there's a lot that can be accomplished.
Thank you, Tony. It's been a pleasure.
Hope you enjoyed our look at the hotel industry in the Greater Toronto Area. Very interesting insights. Thanks for watching today.